Hi, guys. I promised uh, a subscriber that I would look at the case of a missing person by the name of Lauren Spierer. Now, she went missing after a night partying out with friends in on June 3rd, or no, was it July? No, June 3rd, 2011. Let me just double check that. I want to make sure I got that right. Yeah, June 3rd, 2011, in Bloomington, Indiana. Now, her case is kind of complicated because she had a heart issue and she was teeny tiny. And unfortunately, she was fond of, partying, taking that risk with her health. And so one night, apparently, she went out and really, was partying down quite a bit. Um, there was a lot of looking into the friends of hers that she went out with, which happened to be three men, and they couldn't find apparently anything with them that really stood out. I don't know about the efforts where that investigation was, but neither here nor there at this point. I'm just going to ask the cards who is responsible for her disappearance at the end of the day, Um, so I've shuffled these cards up and I'm just going to see what I get. Remember that I read in pairs. So, okay, we get the Sun and we get the Two of Cups. Well, this is some sort of, I would say, close friend or acquaintance. There is a bond there. This could also represent the spotlight being put upon close friendships. But because it comes straight up as someone known to her and relatively well known, that's concerning. Okay, let's see what else we get. All right. I'm feeling that they try and offer help, or she might be asking for help. The help they offer might be kind of old fashioned. With this Hierophant, it could be like, therefore, maybe a bit less than effective. But there is the offer of some kind of help here, and it has its limits. It could be like the idea that you put someone in really cold water, which is something that often people did, which can actually kill people because you can put them in shock. That just came to mind. But it's this kind of an energy that I'm picking up here. So it could have been somebody she knew relatively well. They may have tried to help her, but maybe through a less than effective means, or kind of an old school effort. Okay, let's see what else. We get Death, and we get the Four of Pentacles. This to me feels like this individual, and I'm feeling like I'm only being shown really one person here, is keeping this to themselves. There's a stubbornness, and they are not going to let go of this. The Death is, therefore, in my opinion, being very much concealed, very much kept on the down low. And this person's very, very much not going to share that. So I do think that she has passed. And I think that the thing on TikTok about her potentially isn't her. I think that it shows that she passed. Okay, and this was kept secret. And I feel like we've got at least a close friend that may have tried to help her and not been very successful, because death comes and they keep this quiet. Now, this is interesting. Off camera, I got this card, well, one of them, and it's the Empress, which is the mother figure. And there is the Chariot. So to me, this could be a mother of the person that she was with, maybe putting her in a car, taking her somewhere, helping to keep this secret, helping out. I got similar kind of cards when I was looking at the case of more recently of the shooting of the couple in Texas over the drugs. And her name is escaping me at the moment, but I'll put it down in the descriptive box below for the sake of, in case you're interested, and a link to that video. So this is the second time that I've gotten a motherly, maternal type of a card, and a feeling like this person helped to conceal her, made that successful. And because the Chariot can often represent a vehicle, it could be that their vehicle was loaned, or that they themselves may have driven it and helped their child put Lauren somewhere. Okay, what else are we getting? Yes, I'm getting the card of more than one person, and we're getting justice. So legally, there would be more than one person, possibly up to 3, that know what happened, that are legally accountable, frankly, for her disappearance. There is more than one individual that helped her to, quote unquote, disappear. Make of that what you will. I'm just going to give you the facts of what I'm getting from this. I'm getting more than one individual. I'm getting up to 3 people involved that would be legally in trouble. Were they be to found, would it be that they would be found out? And that there's a mother of one of them that may have helped out, or someone who's like a mother, possibly a stepmom or an auntie, somebody who's very maternal and protective of this younger person. Okay, yes. For some reason, I'm getting school or work, and I'm getting, I don't feel like this is intentional. There's a lightheartedness, maybe even naivete, with this Page of Cups. I think from other reads I've done off camera that there may have been a multiple substance involved, or some unexpected surprise, perhaps with whatever substances were on board, and her health matters. The feeling here that there is a repeated effort, though, and made to keep her, I believe, hidden. Also, the Page of Cups could represent a small body of water. A couple more cards. Let's just have a look. Yeah, I'm getting the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. You know, this is poor health. This is her being outside and not doing the greatest, not in the best of shape. Now, reportedly, she was falling down a lot. That could have contributed, could have been some head trauma going on there. In addition, and it looks like someone watching her in poor condition with this Page of Swords. Someone seeing her like that outside. Or who has shared information. I'm getting a Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Another very maternal card. With the Ace of Swords, to me, represents clarity and decision made. I feel like this goes back to the maternal card of the Empress. Perhaps an adult female makes a decision regarding how she is treated, where she's put, what is done. They also have knowledge, clear knowledge of this fact. They may have a bit of money in their family, maybe not, but with the Pentacles, this is someone that is very much inclined toward material conditions, money, health, so on and so forth, of the material world. And someone very maternal, very protective. And they're looking to protect, they're thinking ahead. And they're looking to establish an effort that will be successful. Though it wasn't easy, apparently, for them to do, because that Six of Wands is recognition for an effort that was successful. Could it be that in the future, this person would be ID'd in some way as connected? Quite possibly. A few more cards, let's see. We're getting a King of Wands and a King of Swords, two adult males. Maybe these are two of the three involved. Two men, in addition to a maternal figure being involved. Though sometimes the King of Swords can also represent somebody in law enforcement. These could be people that take back up the case if they aren't people that were involved, who are now adults. This has a long period, someone waiting a long time, and I think this is her mother. I think I read that her mother's a Leo. I always check those cards, and if my memory is right, it would make sense. But this female has been waiting a very long time, not given up, been, just focused. But it's been slow moving, no big advances. So this, to me, kind of feels like her mom. We get the magician and the devil. And to me, these are actions taken to cause her to disappear, so to speak. This is a corruptive influence. This can be addiction. This can be the drugs. This can be an oppressive energy that has control and dictates what is done. And the chains, it could be, this person takes control and directs what happens, and it's a very dark, not healthy response. It's corrupted. And it's giving in to the temptation to, I think, cover up something, to lie about something, to be deceiving. I think these people have probably been spoken to. So I get like two men, and I think the mother of one of the two, or a mother-like figure of one of the two. And there's a decision that they act upon to do what they can, I feel like, to cause her disappearance. And I think it's because it's a scandal that they don't want to be connected to. We get the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So there, to me, could be someone coming up with the idea and putting it out there. But I also feel like this is someone offering substance that's quick acting, or that may have just tipped her over the edge, in addition to all the falling down. I also feel like I want to say that it's more than one thing. Like, it's her health issues, the falling down, potential injury to the head, and substance with the cups, acting swiftly. Bleeding even comes to mind. So if there was trauma to the head, there could be bleeding internally. And with substance, that could accelerate. If something speeds up your heart or suppresses your breathing, we have a number of forces at play that aren't good. We have a Queen of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. This is a plan. This is an effort that's hatched. Again, I feel like there's a feminine energy, maybe a couple of maternal types of people involved, but that have been patient, that are to have or created a plan. If it, like I said, if this was someone's maternal figure getting involved, I feel like there's definitely that. And there's also, I feel like I'm being shown, her mother just having to be very patient, and the slow moving pace of the situation with her daughter's case. I'm getting the Hermit. This could be someplace that's outside of the city. outside, away from a home where someone lives. So also someone that becomes more secluded. Someone who may be looked at, but they're trying to keep a low profile, and they're trying to stick to their home. They're trying to keep to their family, keep their family out of the spectacle. All right. We get the Tower, unexpected moment, and we also get the Five of Swords. And this is somebody that has to win. They're not going to do the right thing necessarily. They're going to even be quite verbally abrupt, maybe even insulting, because they're just not going to capitulate. And other people get hurt, this person's still going to hold the line of denial, of a cruelty, of something verbally that's very that's less than kind and less than, I feel like, honest. So something happens suddenly, and they don't want this disruption to their household. All right? There's the King of Pentacles and the Star. This is a male figure that holds out hope. It's also quite possible to be somebody that, a male that's been in the spotlight. We have the Strength. This is someone that is enduring a hardship and trying to control their reaction, their response, but they have a great deal of worry and concern. They could be plagued with bad dreams. There's, I think, conscience that's bothering them. But they're trying, I think, very much not to give in to that. So that's really all I have for right now. Let me just quickly check and see if Lauren's remains will ever be located and identified. So let me just give this a really good shuffle. Will Lauren Spierer, forgive me if I'm not saying it correctly, will her remains ever be found at some point and identified? Is there hope of that? Is there yet hope of Lauren Spierer's remains being located and ID'd? Is there any hope, any chance that her remains, that Lauren's remains, will be found and identified? I get a Queen of Wands. This makes me feel like yes, no as a yes. And it makes me feel like that could be her mom. And I'm getting a King of Wands. This could be representative of her mother and father, keeping active regardless. Both cards make me feel like a possible, yes, would be yes to me. There's a King of Swords and the Knight of Wands. This could be somebody that comes upon them and acts quickly, maybe to notify officials I found some remains. Could be somebody that's a hunter or somebody that's out fishing or somebody that's, hiking. We just don't know. But it looks to me like it's possible. It could be a small group of people that are out that might find them. Not quite sure, to be honest, how that fits in. But look at this. We get the moon and we get the Fool. To me, again, this is like it's been concealed or hidden and then it's exposed. So it could be, I think, into the future that there's a chance, because there's also, this deals with risk, this deals with chances, the Fool, of stumbling across hidden remains. This to me would be like identification. Here's with the remains being the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords being perhaps somebody that's involved in coroner work, where they would bring clarity and an answer. So to me, there's still a possibility that she would be found. It's just that it's hidden. I do feel like her remains are concealed in some fashion. And I think the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups could talk about water or near water, maybe a larger or a medium-sized body of water and a smaller body of water. I'm really uncertain how that fits in. Sometimes things will come to me later as I rewatch a video or after I've done the video. That is what I'm getting. Is this someone offering a tip? An anonymous tip? Quite possibly as well. I don't know. Some things you just have to put out there and be open about it and wait and see. But there's heartbreak, there's betrayal here with 3. Again, this makes me think 3 people really are involved, and the drugs clouding their judgment, and perhaps leading them to choose something that's very hurtful rather than helpful. And that they didn't do her right. They didn't do right by her. And I think it's down to the substance use and not wanting to have anything to do with that. It could be that it takes the law a long time to catch up with this case, but eventually, further down the road in the future, it could, and where it would be very focused, very focused. I think it's going to literally take someone locating the remains and getting authorities involved. So yeah, I get further into the future with the 3 of wands. It could even be on an elevated area with, again, there could be a view of water, potentially. And it might, this is the struggle to locate, to find her, to overcome difficulties in order to come across her. So I'm just going to leave it there. I wanted to make sure that I catch up with requests and get those down that have requested in reading. So if you appreciate these readings, please give me a thumbs up. And If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much. If you are an OG subscriber, thank you so much again, because I really, really appreciate it, and I love rooting for you all. And I hope you guys are well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Take care.